Hello!
Wish I had a Wonderswan colour to review. Oh, that's handy. Wonderswan colour! It's just like a Wonderswan except in colour. In fact, that's not even a joke, because originally there was a black and white version. Yes, this is a handheld gaming thingy from the 90s, although the colour version specifically was apparently made in Japan in 2000 by Bandai, according to the words in front of our faces. And yeah, it's a bit like a Game Boy, only more advanced. In fact, if you know of SNK's old Neo Geo Pocket Color, this has a fairly similar kind of thing going on, whereby there was a black and white version released, then they released a colour one. But the big difference is the Wonderswan was never released outside Japan. It's something most of us have heard of, but not that many of us have probably seen, although they don't go for many pennies as a general rule. This one's crystal blue. You can tell by the way they've illustrated that by using blobs of colours, none of which are crystal blue. Could that one be described as crystal blue? It's more sort of off blue, isn't it? I don't care. Let's look at the box. Oh, I can't read any of the words except the numbers. Let's not look at the box. This is an interesting design thing, actually. He says getting it out because he can't read the box. Oh, hang on. I don't know. I believe I've seen the manual. Oh, I'm probably not going to, for obvious problems with language. Ah, no, this is good. Look, you can get a gigantic lump that plugs in the side and you connect it to a certain cell phone, and then you can probably regret ever doing that because you're now bankrupt, I imagine. Anyway, here's the unit. Like many handheld devices, it has controls for playing games and a screen for looking at things. It's also got that annoying sort of translucent casing, something I've never particularly liked the look of myself, but some people do. And presumably this was made for them. It takes one AA battery, which is very light on the battery front, which sticks out this little knobble at the back. And you may notice something interesting from the controls. You've got slightly oddly positioned buttons here, and a not particularly nice joypad. Definitely falls behind the Neo Geo Pocket Color there, to say the least, because we've just got sort of 4 buttons rather than the nice clicky thing. But you can rotate it this way and look, play games with a different orientation. Portrait, as we call it in the trade. And you've got access to lots of buttons. I think there's quite a popular version of Beat Mania for it. Unfortunately, you can't turn it on without a game in, which is really disappointing. I was hoping for a Neo Geo-style horoscopes nonsense biorhythm thing, but it's not happening. So let's look at a game instead. I only have one colour game, and it's this one, Golden Axe. Once again, the 3 warriors have thrown themselves into a mighty battle. Dun dun dun. Once again, wasn't Golden Axe the first in the series? Bizarre. Anyway, yeah, Golden Axe. This is one of those games I absolutely loved when I was young, and I don't know why, because it's pretty frickin' terrible, to be honest. It's just a side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it's got almost no variety to it whatsoever. It's one of those tedious games imaginable, which is really disappointing. But on the plus side, they do have ridiculous names, the mighty characters you can select. You can be Gilius Thunderhead, the dwarf, Tyrus Flare, the Amazon apparently meaning woman in bikini, and man in pants is Axe Battler. Yes, he's called Axe Battler despite only fighting with a sword. Those were the days. There's Death Adder. He's evil. He's nicked the golden axe. You need to go and swat him. And you do that by walking along a road and killing lots of other people first. Exciting. And there's some sort of magic system. You have to kick little gnomes up the arse to get magic pots off them. You know, just like buying drugs in Ipswich. Yeah, here's a manual. It's all in a language I don't understand, but it's probably got pretty pictures. Look, Tyrus Flare the Amazon. Her father and mother was killed by Death Adder. His brother was killed by Death Adder. His mother was killed by Death Adder. Are they all competing in the grief stakes here? Look, he killed my mother. He killed my brother. Oh yeah, he killed my father and mother. I win. I'm the one you select. Right. That's quite nice. Little thing to protect the games in. They do have the common sense that most cardboard game boxes don't last very long, so this will protect the cartridges themselves, something many old handheld stuffs used to do. In its slots. And let's play some Golden Axe, probably on a screen we can't see. This means I should, right, contrast is there. No, that's not the power switch. I don't know what that does, so I shall leave it alone. That's letting the battery out, and there is some kind of external port of excitement, and there's nothing on the top at all. Right, now I am familiar with it. Let us axe battlers. Okay, is it turning on? No, it's not. That's a worry. I put a brand new battery in it. On we go. Go on. Perhaps I'll try flicking that. Hang on. Nope, that's made no difference. Blimey. Right, back in a second. Fixed it. Turns out the cartridge wasn't in properly. It was nothing to do with the battery at all. A surprise twist ending. On the plus side, though, I did discover that that little switch just blocks off the battery compartment from being opened. So hey, it was a voyage of discovery. I'll mention something else I discovered about this, incidentally. It's virtually impossible to film the screen. It's the worst thing I've ever tried to film, including even things like the Gamecom. I don't know if you remember, back in the day, things like the Game Boy Advance, which would have been a lovely system if only you could have seen the bloody screen. Well, this is very similar. You need to basically be on the surface of the sun before you can see what's occurring. And that is, of course, made 1,000 times worse when you try and record it. So I'm going to have to try and, well, basically use the light on the video, which is an LED that burns straight into it, in order to give us anything you can actually view with your eyes, because there is just no sweet spot otherwise. You have to either, well, so the screen cannot be seen at all because it's too dark, or push it right into a light, whereby, of course, you just get glare. It's really quite fantastic. He lied. Power! Let's play some Bolden Gax. Wonderswan colour, it says, all in one word. Can you see it? Probably not. There we are. You'll just have to pretend that's a sun or something. Yeah, because this is the only way I can actually get this so you can see the screen at all. Can't move it too close or it all sort of goes off. There we are. That seems to be about optimum. Actually having quite a lot of fun just moving that around. Anyway, press start. Okay. I want to play arcade, please, Bob. One player, new game. There we are. The skeleton, the face recognition is picking it up. That's a bit spooky. Is offering us 3 heroes. Gilius, Tyrus and Axe. Who do we want? Let's have him. He's the only one who's sensible enough to actually wear clothes and bring a helmet. Words. More words. Words again. Golly, them words, eh? Yeah, will I get on with it? I don't remember all this. Oh, I certainly don't remember speech bubbles. What's all that about? Okay, off we go. And everything looks blue and washed out because of the LED light, but it's either that or it looks like that. Hang on. You can sort of get a hint of the colours if I manoeuvre it around to about there. There we are. You wouldn't actually be able to see anything going on, and I wouldn't be able to control it, but hey, other than that. So, let's see some men and hurt them badly. Here they go, running very slowly. Go away, Axeman. Oh, I'd forgotten, one of the main enemies is like a mustachioed man who attacks you with a bunch of grapes. Never did fully understand that. Ooh. Oh yes, into the running headbutt manoeuvre. The screen's quite nice, the colours are quite well defined, a little bit washed out maybe. Well, massively washed out where you were seeing it, but remember, to me they look like that. But the major problem, I would have said, is that it's a little bit blurry, especially when things move fast. And when that's going on, you can't really see it. Right, what's next then? Oh, no, it's more men. Exactly the same men again, in fact. He appears to have killed them, and their identical twin brothers have come along. I can't actually see what I'm doing here. I think I'm throwing them about, yep. Oh, I seem to remember the jumping attack was more effective than that. I also seem to remember I could see where I was going when I tried it before. Kill them all, make them dead. Teach them that bad lessons with your swinging axe. Ah, look, it's one of the little goblin guys who kick up the arse to get some magic potions. Except he seems to move too quick for me to actually get him in this version. That's a bit of a problem. Wow, they really make you work for your... Look, bloody hell! Unbelievable! I swear on the other versions you could actually catch up with him. Anyway, what happens when we run along? We get attacked by the same man again. Now we've got a woman riding a small, useless plastic dinosaur. I'll ride it. Haha! Oh, it appears to actually be more of a liability than a weapon. Fair enough. Oh, I've got it again by accident. Can we do the running bite? Yay, there we are. I'm going up here. It looks like the place to go. Oh man, I'm getting bored of this now. Oh, not these little gits again. Look at... There we are. Let's use some magic to kill the magic people. Does that actually work, or are they immune? Yes, they're immune, so now I just feel like a magic-wasting idiot. Anyway, I'm sure you get the idea. It's a game where you go along and you hit things and eventually they die. That is the problem with these side-scrolling brawly games. They need an incredible amount of variety in weapons and things in order to stay interesting. Trying to think of the best example of the genre. Oh yeah, Streets of Rage 2. Anyway, let's play another game. I don't have any other Wonderswan colour games, but I do have some black and white games, which hopefully will appear a bit clearer. Who am I kidding? Right, this one I'm holding upside down, I think. Yes, there we are. I believe this is called Shin Nippon Pro Wrestling, which to my crap Japanese means Super Japanese Pro Wrestling, or Super Japan Pro Wrestling, or something like that. I don't know, I learnt all the Japanese I know out of Street Fighter special moves. Right, power. Oh look, it's telling us it's the Wonderswan again, which is good, because I had forgotten. Come on then. Only from Tomy. I wish it said that. But it doesn't. It just clicks at me and shows kanji. No, I don't understand. Go away. Start. I just want to pick a wrestling man and beat up another wrestling man. Look, there's a wrestling man. He was staying on the screen for quite a long time. There's another one. Oh, Jushin Thunder Liger. He's my favourite because he's got a silly hat. I want to play as him. Go, go, go. I've got no idea what this is like. I would imagine it's not quite as technical as the Fire Pro games because very little was. Balls. I don't understand what the different modes are. Let's go for that one. It was first. Player select. No, he's no good. There he is. Like a giant wasp mask in the corner there. And away we go to punch and kick and pick people up and smack them on the floor a bit. Yeah, get on with it. There's a whole lot of not getting on with it. Oh yes, the mighty introduction. Unfortunately, they couldn't afford a crowd, so they just got a load of cardboard cutouts to stand in. Cardboard cutouts that seem woefully ill-proportioned. They're all tiny. I'm going to make the sun follow him to make him feel better. There we are. Anyway, do we have to suffer the same from the opponent? I'll take that as a yes. He looks like the Incredible Hulk with a headband. Right. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, yep, I've got some kicking going on, and some picking up and throwing. Fair enough. Oh. That could have gone better. Kind of wish I knew how to play this, really. I'm imagining it's like most wrestling games where you just kind of press the throw in a direction. In real life, I'd have beaten him to death 15 times by now. I've kicked him in the bollocks so hard he'll never be able to stand, let alone father children. Go on. Let's do some picking and throwing. Rah! Ha ha ha. Oh, there we are. I'm now pulling his head off. Nope, his head's still intact. That's a real disappointment. Oh, another one of those. Yeah, kick him while he's down. That's fair. Ooh, that was slightly different, was it? I can't tell. Isn't one of those games where you've got very few moves, is it? Or is it just a fact I don't know how to do them? Oh no, that was something akin to a pile driver. This is a really one-sided match, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a different direction we push and the throw button. Ooh, that was one that made me look like a tough guy. Come on, can I pin him yet? He must be half dead. In real life, he'd been in several pieces by now. Oh, he's hit me back. Well, that's ruined everything. Damn you, wrestling man. Right, how do you pin him? Not like that, that just pile driving. I think we're just picking him up and doing repeated pile drivers on him. Oh, blimey, getting a bit bored now. Well, on the plus side, you can more clearly see what's going on than the last one. And, yeah, there seems to be a bit more variety, maybe. I don't know, actually. The jury's out. I'm literally just picking him out and beating him to death. Oh, no, he's got my neck. Oh, no, that'll do. Blimey, that was a fairly simplistic wrestling game. Seemed to play all right. Controls were quite solid. Seemed to have a small variety of moves to play with. I'd like to have known how to actually pin people, but hey, that's not important in a wrestling game. Oh wait, it's everything. Right, one more game we have for your faces. Oh good, because, you know, you can barely see it. It's called Anchor Field Z, or Anchor Field Z or something. It's from Sammy, who usually do fighty games to my knowledge. And it's meant to be some kind of strategy game, where obviously it involves huge artillery that fire harpoons, tethered harpoons. Interesting. Unfortunately, I've got no idea how to play it, and it was given to me by somebody who said this game is supposed to be great, but I've never worked out how to play it. So I have a horrible feeling this is going to end very quickly. Oh, dearie me. Well, there is a manual. I did flick through this before, actually, and yeah, it didn't mean a whole lot to me, unfortunately. It has words which my brain cannot tell me the meaning of, which isn't going to help when I'm trying to play the damn thing. Right. Sammy, hit us up with your strategy joy. Or just confuse our asses off, one of the two. Right. That's a strangely chirpy tune. That's really chirpy tune. That's almost like broken sound hardware sort of tune, isn't it? Strange choice. Right. Top one, please. Yes. Oh, look. Hitler's having some sort of argument with another man. And now somebody's sticking something up his nose. And there we are. They've got their harpoon cannon. And it's firing the harpoon. And away we go. Right, yes, I don't understand any of this. This isn't going to go very well, is it? I think we can safely say that. Is this the same text each time? I actually can't tell. Ah, right. Oh, do we get to choose harpoon? No, apparently. It just shows us it. My God, there's a really scared little jelly baby man, and he's trying to put his hat on. But other jelly baby man has a stick and is telling him what to do. It appears to be something involving an overhead map. Anchor points or something? And indeed, oh my goodness, I'm confused. Right. Oh, here we are, look. Right. Presumably in the bottom left-hand corner is our harpoon cannon or something. I'm moving a little blob around which is targeting. I don't know if you can see that there. So what do we do now? Oh, here we are. Oh, crikey. He shouts, never say anything. Right, I've got an infinite number of thin arrows and an infinite number of fat arrows. Well, I'll go for thin to start off with. That seems like the thing to do. Man, those people talk a lot. Oh, here we go. I'm now rotating blobs. Right. There. Oh, something else is happening. What? Now I've got to pick plungers or something. Pick the middle one. Oh, what? It's shouting. There we are. I've put a harpoon and string across the field. Now I've got to do it again. I have no idea what I'm doing whatsoever. Literally just pressing the buttons. See, now, let's pick the fat one this time. And I shall also pick... oh God, no, it's... Oh God, no. There we are. The long one of those. He shouts. And then nothing really happens. Wow, this is a strange game. I really want to know how to play this now, but I think that is going to take me quite a considerable amount of research, to say the least. Anyway, blimey. Well, that is the Wonderswan colour. Not that you could really see it, but I promise you it was the Wonderswan colour. It seems quite a nice thing. I think I'd have been quite impressed by that at the time, but overall, the Neo Geo Pocket colour still has a special place in my heart with its little clicky controls. And fact that you can actually kind of see the screen with the naked eye in some circumstances, which does seem to beat this one out slightly. But hey, at least it's called Wonderswan.